Hello guys, I've come again. So I want to tell you guys the shortcut to remember images formed by concave mirror. Images formed by concave mirror. Shortcut to remember them. Now, okay, let's today's topic is shortcut to maybe position and nature of images formed by concave mirror. So we have several images formed by concave mirror, and I believe if you are to study them one after another, it will be very cumbersome. It will seem so difficult for you to remember the several images formed by concave mirror. That's why I came up with this shortcut for you to be able to remember it, because in the next few weeks now you'll be writing your JAM examination. So as you are doing finishing touches, this will actually help to sediment those things you've actually learned. With this shortcut, oh my god, I don't think you ever forget image formed by concave mirror. So I believe you know what spherical mirror is all about. Let's, for instance, we have spherical mirror. You know, spherical mirror is divided into two. We have what we call concave mirror, concave mirror, and what? Convex mirror, convex mirror, convex mirror. So if you don't want to call it concave mirror, you call it diverging mirror, diverging mirror. I not say diverging lens, I say diverging mirror. If you don't want to call this one convex mirror, you call it what? Sorry, this one is converging mirror. Sorry, converging mirror. If you don't want to call it converging mirror, concave mirror, call it converging mirror. Why this one is diverging mirror, diverging mirror. But in terms of lenses, it is the reverse of the other that ones. So what do I mean? In terms of lenses, so concave lens is also called diverging lens, while convex lens is also called converging lens. But what we are talking about is mirror. So concave mirror is converging mirror, convex mirror is called diverging mirror. Now we want to look at the image formed by this concave mirror or converging mirror with shortcuts. What we need is shortcut at this moment, or what you need is shortcut at this moment. So I believe at least you know the basic drawing of image, this thing, mirror. So if this is our mirror now, if this is our mirror and this is our sphere from which this mirror is cut off. So at the center of this sphere here, at the center of this reflecting surface here is our pole. This is our what? Pole. While at the center from which this mirror is cut off is actually called our center of curvature. Center of curvature. Then while at the center of here is called principal focus, or basically principal axis. So principal axis. There are about 5 images formed by concave mirror. So let's assume now you position a body at here. So is it not beyond C? So you position it beyond C here. This is C, so beyond C. Image you can position your body here to form an image. So let's assume you position the body here. So beyond C. I told you there are about 5 images that will be formed by concave mirror. So you need to know them. So let's assume you position the body at beyond C. Image can be formed. Then if you now position the body, if you now go closer to position the body at C, it can form image. So at C. So if you also go here and position it at the center of here, so which is you position it between C and F, principal focus. You position it between C and F. What will happen? Let's say image can be formed here between C and F. So let's assume you go further to position the body at F. Image can be formed at F. Then you now position the body here at here. That is between principal focus and what? The pole. So image can be formed between principal axis of focus and what? The pole. So I believe this one is very, very clear. It's very, very clear. So how do you now remember the image formed by this concave mirror? How do you now remember the image formed by this concave mirror? So here comes the shortcut for you to remember it. I believe after watching this video, and it is very helpful for you, please, I would like you to follow us, because more of this kind of video will be coming up till you finish your examination. Even your pursuit, I will follow it up, shortcuts purely, till you finish this thing. So I believe you have your book where you can be writing this thing, because you are going to revise it before you enter exam hall. So now, what is the nature of the image that will be formed when you position the body at here beyond C? You remember it with what? Read. What of at C? You remember it with what? Ris. Between C and F, what type of image will be formed there? Remember it with what? Rim. At F, what type of image? Remember it with what? Reef. And between F and P, what type of image will be formed there? You remember it with what? Them. So the shortcut is read, ris, rim, reef, them. Read, ris, rim, reef, them. So I believe if you want to if you enter your exam hall with your pencil and your plain this thing, they will give you plain book there. What you have to do is just draw this thing somewhere. Just you can mark an area like this, draw it and write this thing out. So that if you see any type of question that relates to this, you can just look at it. Okay, maybe if they ask you if a body position at between C and F, what the nature of image that will be formed, you just look at it. Okay, real, inverted, and what? Magnified. You look at it, the option, and pick your answer and go there. So because if you begin to rack your brain, it will take time. What you need is time. Maximize your time. Time maximization is very, very important in writing your drama, especially physics that has a lot of calculations and all that. So what are this acronym stands for something. Like for this read now, read. R is what? Real. I is what? Inverted. And D is what? Diminished. So the type of image that will be formed when you position a body beyond C, the image will be what? Real, inverted, and what? Diminished. So when you now position it at what? At C, what type of image will be formed? The image will be real, it will be inverted, and what? It will be at the same size as the image. If the image is like this, the image will still appear like this. If it is like this, it will be like this. If it is like this, it will still be the same size as the image. So for this, when you position it between C and F, what nature of image will be formed, or what type of image will be formed? The image will be what? Real, inverted, and what? Magnified. M is magnified. So at F, which is here, the image will be what? Real, inverted, and what? At infinity. At infinity. The image will also be magnified. When you position it between F and P, the image will be what? The image will be virtual. This V stands for what? Virtual. The image will be virtual. That is, the image will not be real. E stands for what? Erect. Then M stands for magnified. Magnified. The image will be magnified. So the image also will be formed behind the image, just behind it here. The image will be formed somewhere here. So it will not be, if you want to, you can add this, you can leave it, read, ris, rim, riv, bivem, or read, ris, rim, riv, vem. So I believe this is shortcut is very helpful. So if you found it very helpful, please subscribe. More of this video. You can also look at or for those ones we've done previously and watch them. They are very, very helpful. So many students are testifying for it. I believe you are not going to regret it. Thank you as you subscribe.